What makes the Super Bowl fun? The props are what make the Super Bowl fun. You know it, and I know it, and BetSafe offering a wide variety of different props here for Super Bowl 51. I will be involved in several of them. Would like to talk about a few of them now. Hey, why don't we start with the coin toss? Everybody's favorite bet. What sort of degenerate bets on the coin toss, you say? Lighten up. This is the Super Bowl. No better way to show off your psychic abilities than predicting the coin toss to kick off the game. You should know that tails has hit in the last 3 Super Bowls. Prior to that, heads was on a 5-year streak. And if you know anything about roulette, if you know anything about Chinese numerology, you should know that 5 and then 3, that is 8. So we're expecting heads again, right? The 5 should come back here, right? Yes. I believe that is scientifically correct. Heads a near lock in this situation. Now, you should know the NFC 17-2 the last 19 years. That's for real. The NFC 17-2 the last 19 years on the coin toss. So if we only knew which side the Falcons will be on, well, I bet you if you did some digging, you could find that out because the Falcons, the home team in this game, New England will call it. And I'm sure there's some Patriots fan out there who knows which side of the coin the Patriots traditionally call. I'm sure the captains usually call one side or the other. So if you can deduce that, figure out which side the Falcons are going to be on, then you'll be at a big advantage because the NFC 17-2 the last 19 years. Nothing more scientifically sound than a trend like that, right? Anyway, I am on heads this year for the coin toss. Moving on now, why don't we talk about something with a bit more evidence to back it up? How about which team is going to be penalized more? You know, the Falcons at minus 139 here, but I think that might be worth it. Even at that price, I think Atlanta being the more penalized team might be a good idea in this situation. You know, the Falcons a bit handsy in the secondary. You look at a guy like Robert Alford, their best cornerback, by the way, but a guy who just cannot get his hands off opposing wide receivers. Alford flagged for 10 penalties this year. Only 3 defensive backs in the NFL were flagged for more. 7 defensive pass interference penalties. And you know Tom Brady, he knows all about that. He's going to work on those tendencies, pick on those Atlanta defensive backs. And of course, the Patriots, an extremely disciplined team, 4th in the NFL in terms of fewest penalties this year. The Falcons, they're not bad in that stat themselves. They are 8th in the league, but again, the Patriots a bit better, 4th in terms of fewest penalties in the NFL. When's the last time you watched a Patriots game and said, man, they are really penalized a lot? Bill Belichick's team, very, very disciplined. Again, I think Atlanta will be the more penalized team in this game. I think they're a good value even at minus 139. Moving on now, total field goals. Over-under set at 3.5. Again, the over also, you have to pay for the over here at minus 139. But once again, I think it is a good idea to pay the price. Both these kickers excellent, Matt Bryant, Stephen Gostkowski, and they both kick a lot of field goals, as you'd expect, 2 really good offenses. Matt Bryant 4th in the NFL in field goals made this year at 34. Stephen Gostkowski 14th, 27 made field goals for Gostkowski. And you know the Patriots, we mentioned number 1 in the league in scoring defense this season, but they're the type of defense, they allow teams to move it in between the 20s, and they really stiffen up in the red zone. Because of that, they have a lot of field goals kicked against them. Shouldn't be a surprise that both of the Patriots' playoff games went over 3.5 combined field goals. Atlanta's game against Seattle did go over 3.5, but they did not go over that number against the Green Bay Packers last week. But again, the Patriots, a good red zone defense. Wouldn't surprise me if they stopped this Falcons offense a couple of times, forced Matt Bryant to kick field goals. And the Atlanta Falcons, even though they have been poor defensively throughout the season, look, they're playing the best they have all year on that side of the ball right now. Excellent performances against both Seattle and the Green Bay Packers. I do think the New England offense is going to have success in this game, but come on, the Falcons are going to be able to stop them once or twice, right? I think over 3.5 combined field goals, a good-looking bet here, even at minus 139. And now let's talk about maybe my favorite prop bet year in and year out, length of the national anthem. I like this one probably because I've had great success here in the past. Now, as of the time of this recording, BetSafe has not yet released their number. They will, believe me, they will in the coming days. We don't yet know. Sportsbooks around the world have the number set anywhere between 208 and 215. I have not seen anything shorter than 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and nothing longer than 2:15. Now, country music singer Luke Bryan will be performing this year, and folks, we do have some research here. Now, you might have heard, because this stat has been sort of widely circulated. A lot of people are saying there might be some advantage here, because Luke Bryan, he sung the national anthem at the 2012 Major League Baseball All-Star Game and came in at 2 minutes and 3 seconds. That is well under. Remember, this number right now is hovering between 2:08 and 2:15, depending on the book. We're yet to see what BetSafe's going to put it at, but Luke Bryan at the 2012 Major League All-Star Game, just 2:03. That is way under, and the under 7-3 in the last 10 years. However, should be pointed out that in 2016, in August 2016, just a few months ago, Luke Bryan sang the national anthem, the first ever national anthem sang at Minnesota's U.S. Bank Stadium. He opened the U.S. Bank Stadium up there in Minnesota, 2:29. So 2:03 back in 2012 in the Major League All-Star Game, but Luke Bryan went on for 2 minutes and 29 seconds in 2016. I'd say that he has learned how to stretch out the national anthem a little bit, and I'll tell you what, I'm sure he's going to want to soak in the spotlight there with the sporting world watching him sing it before the Super Bowl. So I think Luke Bryan, a good bet to go over, way over, whether it's 2:08, 2:10, 2:15, whatever it is. I like Luke Bryan over on this year's national anthem. There you have it, folks. Those are my thoughts on a few props. I do hope this has given you something to consider. Maybe you'll follow me in on some. Regardless, I wish you best of luck no matter what you decide to do, just so long as your interests don't conflict with my interests.